Preparing a shipment to go off to the Amazon warehouses, in other words, FBA, using the software Inventory Lab. That's what this video is going to be about. If you're into Amazon arbitrage or however you sell on the Amazon platform, you'll often hear people talking about this software called Inventory Labs. So you may be wondering what it's all about, why you would want it, what are some of the advantages for you. So that's what we're going to do. In fact, if you look behind me, you can see some inventory that I'm going to actually prepare so that you can see right over my shoulder how to use the software in order to prepare a shipment, again, that you're going to actually ship off to the various Amazon warehouses to have that software taken care of using FBA. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually do a side-by-side comparison so that you can see the difference between using the regular Seller Central way to do it, which comes with your Seller Central account, versus Inventory Lab. That way you can kind of see why I use it. It's going to be interesting, so hang around. This is what to sell on Amazon. I'm Horace. Let's go. Okay, working class hustlers, thank you so much for deciding to spend some of your time with me. My name is Horace, also known as La Machine. This is what to sell on Amazon. And on this channel, we talk about everything arbitrage, both retail and online, when it comes to selling on the Amazon platform. So if that's something you're into and something you want to learn about, why don't you join the working class hustlers of America and all over the globe by subscribing to the channel right now. It's absolutely free, won't cost you nothing, and you'll always be up to speed with the new videos that we come out with. And on that note, make sure you hit the bell notification. That way you'll get your notification right to your phone or whatever you're using, and you'll know when we come out with videos, which we come out with every week, you'll be on top of it. So here's the deal, gang. You watch this channel, oh my God, we've got probably well over 250 videos and not that many on Inventory Lab. I don't talk about it enough. I apologize for that. It's important because that is the software that I use. So you might be wondering, all right, so why do you use it? What are the benefits? Well, we're going to talk about that. But what we want to do is just jump right in and start using the software, and you'll figure it out right then and there for yourself, whether or not it's something that you want to get into, whether or not the benefits as I see them are the same for you. So let me throw on the glasses. Okay, so first and foremost, what is Inventory Lab? It is a software designed specifically for Amazon sellers, and it actually helps them to do a lot of the tasks that they're going to need to do. Let me put it to you like this, so follow. Okay, you don't have to have Inventory Lab. I didn't have it for years. And you can do just fine using the Amazon Seller Central, software. But what you got to understand is this. Amazon's system is designed to get your products listed on Amazon, sold on Amazon, and you get paid. They didn't really, design a system to help you run your business. That's two different things. Let me say this again. Okay, listen. Listing products, selling products, getting paid. That is not running a business. And you're going to learn real quick. Okay, as you grow your business, there's a lot that this entails besides just listing, prepping, shipping, getting paid. Inventory Lab actually helps you run your business, and we're going to show you how that works so you can see for yourself. But real quick, let me show you. If you were to go to Inventory Lab, you could read up on everything. And here's the thing. Here, let me highlight my cursor so we can follow along. You can try it for free. You actually get a 30-day free trial. And when I did it, they didn't even ask me for any credit card information. I think 30 days is very generous. That is more than enough time to try out a software. Now, if you've been using Seller Central for a long time, like I did, I wasn't too keen on Inventory Lab at first because the whole system, the concept is totally different. The way you know, handle your inventory, the way you prep a shipment, they consider it batching. So you create a batch. The whole concept was a little different for me. And it wasn't until I finally decided, okay, I'm going to buckle down and start doing it, that it really made sense. And when I did that, I'm telling you right away, I could see the benefit of it. So incidentally, down in the description, you will see a link for your, if you use my affiliate link, then you're basically helping me. You support the channel. It doesn't cost you anything, but we would definitely appreciate it. But either way, it's definitely a good solution. So let's jump into it so that we can kind of see exactly how it works. Okay, so watch this. Like I said, we got products that we're going to list. Now, some of those you've seen me talk about in other videos. So those are already in the system, and you can just relist those the same way you would if you would use the Seller Central. But for example, this product right here, this is not in the system. So this is perfect to show you exactly how the process works. Now, let me tell you, not to get all off into anything, but you might be wondering, okay, Horace, how did you find the product to begin with? So you guys know around here, all roads lead to tactical arbitrage. And that's what this software is that you're looking at. This is how I found the product to begin with. I used the software Tactical Arbitrage, and you can see it was purchased at Home Depot, cost $7.15. At that time, it was selling for $24.70. As one of my good friends, Tiago, says, he's a seller. Amazon is sort of like the stock market, so prices are constantly changing. We're going to see if it's still buy boxing around this price, but you can see what it is. It's a bumper and screw repair kit, and yeah, the estimated monthly sales at that time was 123. The rank was 21,100 whatever 83. So that's how I found the product. That's important because you got to be able to source. And you know, you could actually see the product right here. It's ungated, and this was actually something that was sourced for my ungated leads list. So if you're interested in that, there's a link in the description if you're interested in ungated leads. But the point is this: now you probably wouldn't be able to get this because they just don't have the stock like they used to. Right now, they're only showing one available. So this is just an example. You wouldn't use that. But, and then here we are. Here's the product on Amazon. One person, actually the price went up, right? Because it was $24.70. It's actually $28.13. And it looks like there's only one person selling it right now. You could look at the Keeper chart and see that Amazon, see where it's in tan. Amazon had it. They have not had it since around the 1st. So that's why your price went up like that. So just so you know, now watch what happens here. So when you get ready to, when you go into Inventory Lab, I'm gonna have to change that to La Machine, but this is kind of what it looks like. And you know, from there, you would start using these tabs to get around. So I would go into list, I would come down to list and prep, and then it'll come in. Now I already have some shipments that were, you know, I was kind of working with, and you'll notice this says MFN. This is a merchant fulfilled batch that I was going to put together. This one would be FBA. So watch what we do. Again, like I said before, when you're talking Inventory Lab, it's all about batches. Okay, so even if it's just one product, That's a batch. So I'm going to go new batch. And from here, I have to say what I want. Now I can name the batch whatever I want. I leave it by default. Let's see. If I'm not going to get into this, but when you have Inventory Lab, you also get a software called, you get an app for your phone called Scoutify. So that when you're shopping, instead of using the Amazon Seller app to scan, you can be using Scoutify and saving products, and then you could just import that so that later it just saves so much work for you. See, this was a buy list, and then all I would have to do is click on that, and it would enter that in there. So, and see, here you would select whether it was individual or case packed. Here is where you would select FBA or merchant fulfilled. Here you would select private or live. We're not going to get into that. Labeling preference. You will label your items or let Amazon label them, or do co-mingled. We're not going to get into that, but box content on or off. That's where you're going to tell Amazon the actual contents on each box. I'm going to put that on for now. Your min and max preferences. That would be something for if you're using a repricer. And then here you can put your different types of shipping, small parcel or LTL. All right. And then once you create, now you have a blank slate here. Now watch what happens, because remember, this is the product that we're going to add right now. And remember, we got that product. We're going to take the ASIN from right here. I'm getting it up in the URL line, but if you didn't want to do that, you could scroll down and you could get the ASIN right here. Now watch what we do. Right in this box, you put the ASIN. You'll go search, and there it is. Now watch what happens, because we're going to go side by side the way it would work if you did it in Seller Central. From Seller Central, what would you do? You would come over. There's a few ways to do it, but from here, you could go inventory. You could come down to add a product. You would stick the ASIN in. Not much different from Inventory Lab. There it is in Seller Central. There it is in Inventory Lab. So in Seller Central, you're going to select new. You're going to say sell the product. And that's what it looks like. This is the information that you're going to put in. So what price are we going to put? Okay, that's the wrong one. Right now, this is selling for $28.13. So that's what we're going to put. We're going to put $28.13, and we got to name it. So we'll just put that name. We'll put the condition as new, and then boom. You're either going to go merchant fulfilled or FBA. In this case, we would go FBA. That's it. That is it. Now, what's the difference? The difference, if you're using Inventory Lab, you go ahead and select it. And right away, look at what they're asking you. They want to know the quantity. So I have 2 of them. They want to know what the cost was. Did you notice over here, Amazon doesn't care what you paid, because Amazon is not concerned with you running a business. Amazon's concerned with you getting that product listed, getting it sold. You see the difference right away. We're talking accounting here. It cost me $7.15. I don't pay tax, by the way, not to get into that. But if you have your reseller's permit, If you have your EIN number, you do not have to pay tax at Home Depot. So there you have it. $715. Now they want to know what you're going to pay. You only got one person listed. If you just click that, it's going to stick that in there. And guess what? Here you can put your min and your max. I don't care about that right now. But right away, you can see what your net profit is going to be and what your return on investment is. Okay. If you do it in Seller Central, is anybody forcing you to think? You know what? If you do it in Seller Central, is anybody at Amazon forcing you to think, hey, am I making any money? Hustlers, do us all a favor. If this has happened to you, please leave a comment. Have you ever sourced a product, got it in front of you, getting ready to list it, and then realize, what in the heck was I thinking? I'm going to lose money on this. I can't sell this. That happens, guys. Excuse me. So what you want, there we go. There we are again. You're being forced to consider, okay, am I going to make the money? Prices change from the Okay, sorry about that. My dog was freaking out because because the FedEx truck came, and guess what? The FedEx truck was delivering. We're gonna open this right now. The FedEx truck was delivering something that I sourced at Bed Bath and Beyond, I think it was. We'll look at that. But this is exactly. This ties exactly into what I was talking about. What I was saying was, from the time that you source a product to the time that that product gets to you, prices change. Prices change. This software forces you to think at the moment that you're listing, am I making money? That's important, guys. That's different. Okay. So what else? When did I purchase this? That's important. Okay. Let me check that out real quick because I hadn't thought about that. When did I? Okay. I bought it June the 3rd. This is important. This is accounting. Okay. Where did I buy it from? I bought it from Home Depot. Now it's already saved in there. Once you do it once, it's saved in there. If there was an expiration date, this is important. Look at all these things that you're adding in there that you're going to need to run your business. Not list, prep, ship, get paid. Run a business. That's different. Okay, I don't need that. Now, by default, the system will just create a what you call it, a SKU for you. That's for your internal use. And I just let it. I mean, I'm not getting into all of that. It doesn't really matter. Okay. Now, all I have to do from there is add it to the batch. Now watch what happens. Once you add it to the batch, now I can see how many units, how many SKUs, how many total units, what's the rank, what's the sales value, what is my buy cost, what is my profit. Right there, I'm looking at a shipment and I can see where the money is. You see the difference? Let's do one more since I got this product now, and this just came in. So that was perfect timing. So hold on. Okay, now remember what we're dealing with here. We're dealing with this product, this Dash Express hot pot, right? Now, again, here we go again. What do I tell you? All roads lead to where? Tactical arbitrage. So, because that's where we sourced the product. There is a link down in the description if you want to sign up for a free trial with Tactical Arbitrage. But before you do that, we want you to do something else. That way you know how to use the software. So stay tuned. We'll talk to you about free courses that are right here on the channel. But look, here you can see I got it at Bed Bath & Beyond. Estimated monthly sales, $420. At that time, the price was $16.99 before tax, because I have to pay tax at Bed Bath & Beyond. It was buy boxing at $73.47. Gross profit should have been somewhere around $39.64, and that's a 246% return on investment. And if you look, here's my actual where I bought it. And yeah, actually it was on sale. Somehow I used a discount or something like that. I actually paid $13.59, but if we say, because I got free shipping, $13.59 plus 6% sales tax because I live in Pennsylvania. Now you're talking $14.41 is what I paid. So remember that. Well, we got this saved. Okay. So here we go again. Now we got a batch started. So how do we evaluate this? Okay, so what we're going to do is, you could either, when you're using Tactical Arbitrage, say this is the Amazon column. Now I have these columns arranged the way I want, but I could look at on the website. Oh, that's what it was. I have a, I'm a Beyond member, so, or Beyond Plus member. So that's why I got it for that price. Okay. And here we go again. We can look at the product if you just click on the Amazon image and make sure we're looking at Aqua, right? Yeah. And so then what are we looking at? We're looking at the sales rank. We're looking at the keeper chart. That's off the charts right there. And you can see Amazon was in and out. They don't really have that color apparently. And look at what happened. See, we're looking at Aqua, and guess what? That ain't what we got. Watch this. We have the gray. It's like that. Yeah, well, that's different. This is going to happen, guys. Sometimes you're sourcing, you miss things. So watch what happens, because now you got to adjust. What happens when you bought the wrong one? Okay, so now what we got to look at, let's see, that is white. What we got is gray. So now we got to take this ASIN, that's different. We got to look at our buying options, and now we got to take into account, okay, this is it. Nobody else is FBA, so that's going to change the game. But how? Watch this. Now we got to figure out what to do. We're going to add this to the batch. So we'll put that in like that. Okay. We'll add that. Now, I got 10 of them. What do we say? I paid $14.41 each. When did I got them June 17th. I got them from Bed Bath & Beyond. There is no expiration date. Now I got to look. Can I make any money? If I can get them sold for $38.88, yeah, I can make $12.36, and I can make like 86% return on investment. I don't know if that's really going to happen, guys, but this is how it works. I'll keep you posted. But the point is this. Once I add these to the batch, watch what happens. Now I got a total of 2 SKUs, a total of 12 items. The average sales rank across both of those. The total sales value, assuming they all sold at the price that we got them listed at, This is the buy cost of everything in this batch so far. This is the profit. So what I'm going to do, you know what? Let me hammer this home for you though, because here we go again. All of the things that they were asking, they wanted to know, what was your cost per unit? When did you purchase? Where did you purchase? They forced you to look at where you're going to price it and are you going to make any money? You see what I'm saying? You can set reminders, and there's other things in there, but not much. But the point is this. This is how you run a business, guys. So now I'm going to take the rest of the items that you see plus some more. I'm going to put the batch together, and then we're going to take a look at what the complete batch looks like. And then of course that's going to have us cover some other things that could be advantageous to you. Okay, so now that I have my entire shipment prepared, we got some prep work to do, right? But first, what you can see is, if you follow along, now I have 11 different SKUs, a total of 141 items, an average sales rank across those 11 items of 86,350. Total sales value, assuming we sell it at the price that we listed at, $3,249.39, of which we spent $1,021.56. That's what we spent. A lot of times people are asking, hey, how much did you spend to make that? And then finally you're going to ask, how much do you get to keep? Okay, so if I spent this amount and I get to keep this amount, that's really not that bad, but this is a lot less than that. So just to kind of give you an example, and this is actually even going to be less because there's certain expenses that have not been taken into account at this point, but most of them have. And that's, again, one of the good things about the software inventory lab. Okay, so what happens next? What you have to do, in case you're not aware, you have to prep your items. So that means if there's going to be any bubble wrap, if there's going to be any labeling, of course, if you're not commingling, you're going to have to cover the existing barcode. And how I used to do it before Inventory Lab, I would have to get these sheets. They call these, in the industry, we call them 30 up, because you get a sheet worth of 30 labels. So if you're dealing with this in Seller Central, that is what you're going to use, unless they've updated it. I haven't used it in so long, so let me know, anybody, if they've updated it to where you can now use a Dymo label printer, because that's what I use now. I use the Dymo Label Writer 450. Jim, show them what that looks like, and maybe we'll put a link in the description in case somebody wants to do that. And what that does, and that'll spit out an individual label, because they come out on these. So if you just wanted one or two, you don't have to worry about dealing with a whole sheet and then some going to waste or trying to figure out how to move labels around, which I've done, but you don't. I like it better like this. You get a whole sheet, and then for example, we started out by talking about this product right here. All you do is take the label, peel it off, and what you want to do is you want to cover any existing barcodes. It doesn't have to be rocket science, guys. You could slap it on there this way. If I slapped it on there this way, it's still going to cover the barcode. If I put it diagonal, it doesn't have to. Don't make this difficult. It's nothing hard. As they're processing this, someone has a scanner, they scan it, and away it goes. They're not evaluating, oh, how neat, how nice. No, they're just trying to get through it, out. Okay, so don't make it difficult. But for me, This is huge. Just this setup right here, seeing what I got going on. And then right from here, I can see there are 10 of these. Right now, they're saying, hey, 8 are going to go to this warehouse. 1 is going to go to this warehouse. 1 is going to go to that warehouse. It may happen that way. It may not. But what you would do at that point, you would review your batch. So we'll click on that. From there, you still have everything out in front of you. And you can kind of see. Then you'll go ahead and hit submit. Once you hit submit, okay, you're going to request proposed FBA shipment from Amazon. And when you hit sync, it's going to do its thing, as you can see. And it takes a little bit because now it's syncing with Amazon. Okay. And then, wow, it took, I don't believe it. It took all 141 units. It took all 141 units and it's got it all going to one warehouse. That's usually not the way it works. I got lucky. But we'll go ahead and create it before they change it on us, because normally I'm going to 3-4 different warehouses. Okay. Now here's what you're going to notice. Well, I'll show you later. What I was going to show you was eventually you do have to go into Seller Central. At some point, you must go into Seller Central to finally print the box labels of the boxes once they're all packaged up and ready to go out with the carrier. But at this point, you're going to enter your box contents. This is where you tell the system, this box has this product in it. And that way they know when they open that box, that speeds up their system. They know what to expect and they can just zip, zip, zip. So you'll just click that. And you'll have to know at that point how many boxes you have. So, and I'm just going to show you without actually getting all deep into it right now. I'm going to assume I'll probably have 6 boxes. I can change that. But if I said I had 6 boxes, then what happens is this. You can see it created box 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, watch what happens. Say I had 10 of these. You've got to tell the system how many of these 10 are in what box. So for example, when you click right here, I got all, actually it gave me 7 boxes because it had 1 and I created another. So out of 7 boxes, I could assign, for example, I could say 2 went into box number 1. And now you see the color of 2, that's a different shade of green or whatever. I'm colorblind, so whatever it is. But now you got 8 left that you still need to assign. So what if, say in box number 2, let's say 5. Now you're not dealing here, leave that alone. But let's say you were going to put 5 of the 10 in this box, box number 2. It would go like that. And then you still got 3 left to assign. And then for the purpose of this demonstration, we'll just say in box number 3, we put the last 3. And now all of those are good. And then you move on and on and on. That's how you assign. So I'll finish everything up. I'll assign that, and then I'll show you what happens at the end. And again, a lot of this, this is kind of just showing you the process. It's not so much at this point, it's not so much dealing with what's great about it, but it's allowing you to see the process. That way you can see for yourself, is this the way you want to do it? Because the flow is very, very nice. Okay, So once I get everything assigned, I'll show you what that looks like and where you go from there. Okay, so now you can see I have all my boxes laid out, and there's a total of 13 of them. And if you notice, on each box I have the weights written down, because later we're going to have to input the dimensions as well as the weights. I got my laptop up there. This is just how I work, because there's just so much junk out here, and it's like, okay, how am I going to deal with it? All right, so let's get back in and we're going to finish that out. Okay, so I got everything boxed up, and I'm going to tell you right now, sorry about that. UPS just stopped by. He picked up my merchant fulfilled that I had ready, and I had to tell him, look, can you come back? And what he dropped off, it's kind of ironic. A lot of stuff is going on during the making of this video that's actually beneficial to you. You can go online, you can get yourself a free UPS account, and you can get some supplies for free. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Messing this box up, but they beat it up anyways, as you can see. I'm going to be using, labels for the outside of my boxes today. And these you can order, it all depends on what type of printer you're using. Now you'll notice, if I can get these to show, there's 2 on there. And that's an option when you go to Seller Central, what you're going to have to do. I'm going to show you that here in a minute. But get your supplies free where you can. And then also you can get these. I happen to have another printer that I use, especially for my merchant fulfilled stuff. Things that go on my merchant fulfilled packages come out of a Zebra printer. If you know what that is, maybe we'll show what that looks like if Jim wants to be nice. So yeah, now what we're going to do, we're going to get back in, and I'm going to show you what happens from here. So watch this. Now you can see you've got 13 boxes. You can see from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 13. And here's what I would say. If you know you have 13 boxes, don't come here. Don't come here and put an add, don't add all 13 boxes. You don't want to do it this way. What you want to do is, as you are working on a box, add that one box. That way, when you're going to add things to the shipment, it's going to automatically be working on the latest box that you added. Otherwise, you're going to have to go through, like you saw me doing earlier, and choosing what box. So this just a little tip to maybe make things a little easier for you. So here's what you got to do. At this point, you're going to have to transmit your boxes. This is where you tell Amazon the weights and the dimensions of each box. And what you'll notice is I wrote down all of mine. That way I'm not running back and forth with that. So watch what we do here. We're going to say transmit boxes. And now you're going to see everything that needs to be filled out. Now, the first 5 boxes are pretty much the same as far as the dimensions. The first 5 are going to be 24 by 24 by 12. And then I'll go ahead and put the weights in. Now, once I get to box 6, I'm going to have to go and change those. So I'll do that, come right back. Okay, so now I got all my stuff in there. What you'll do from here is you'll go submit all. and it kind of does its thing. And then you just gotta kind of give it a minute, because now it's communicating with Seller Central, and then you'll get a message, and I'll show you that here in just a second. Okay, so you're looking here and you can see success. Your box content information has been accepted for the shipment. They named it whatever Inventory Lab decided to name it. You could name it whatever you want. Now, you're pretty much done here. Everything from this point on, for the most part, has to be done on Seller Central. So what did I do with my... So what I'm going to do at this point, I'm going to take my, I'm going to take 13 of these labels, get them into the printer now, and then we're going to take a trip over to Seller Central, and we're going to print them out. Okay, so let's head on over to my Seller Central account, and you know what we're going to do is, real quick, we're going to look at my sales and give you a quick look at what I'm doing. It's nothing great, guys. So we had 7 sales so far, 168 bucks or some odd. Last week or so, 119 for 3,000, somewhere in that neighborhood. Over the last 15 days, 193, 4,700 thereabouts. And over the last 30 days, take today and go back 30 days, 361 units, a little bit over 9,000. Those are not the greatest numbers. Those are doable numbers, I can promise you that. But I just wanted to take a minute to show you a couple of things just so that you understand. You know how I am. I'm all about realistic expectations. You go month to date, and all we're really worried about is this month. And I want you to look at this graph. I mean, you had, if you look at from the first, you had 15 units. Look at how low that was. 7, 4. We had a day where we only had 4 sales. Okay. Then we had a day where you had 39. Okay. And almost $1,000. So, but that was one day, guys. I mean, just to give you a realistic view. But anyway, now what we want to do is we want to come over to manage FBA shipments. And when you come over, you're going to see that working. This is the one, and this got transmitted by Inventory Lab. This is so great, guys. Everything is streamlined. Now, when you come in and work on that shipment, there's really nothing you need to do. We'll pull it up and everything should be in there. You look at everything's already in there. So, okay, so from here, all you need to do is go ahead and calculate. And remember, we had, I think, 141 units. And that's going to be important because a lot of people are asking, okay, how much is it costing to have your product shipped in FBA? And if you look right here at that shipment, you can see there was 141 units. And when we calculate, that's going to cost us $100, right? $100.26 divided by 141 units that we're sending in. So it's going to cost me about 71 cents per unit. A lot of times you can do better than that. A lot of times I may only do, maybe only pay 30 cents, 35. It just depends. But I had some heavy stuff. And again, what we're doing here really is after you've done everything with Inventory Lab. But just for the benefit of anybody who hasn't done this, accept the charges. And then once you do that, here they want to know the date that you're shipping it. That's going to be the day. And you can choose the thermal printer. Remember that roll of that roll of labels I showed you, those are thermal, but we're not using those. Remember, we're using the blank rectangular. Okay, then we'll go ahead and print that. It's going to open whatever printer client you're using. I got an HP laser printer, and we'll go ahead and print all of those labels out. Okay, so once those all come out, here you got them all nice and crisp. We're going to go ahead and throw those on and tape them shut and give them to your handy dandy UPS driver if you have pickup like me, or you can drop them off at the UPS store, whatever it takes. You know what I used to do was load everything in the back of my van and drive around and chase down the first brown truck that I could corner. Yes, they have to accept your packages. No, they don't like it. Oh well, whatever it takes to get it done, guys. So here's the deal. Something I offer to you. Of course, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel. As I said earlier, make sure you hit the bell notification and all of that. I got links to Inventory Lab you can try. I got links to free trial for tactical arbitrage, all of that good stuff. But here's where it all comes together. If you really want to connect with someone that's a little bit ahead of you, no, I'm not a guru, no, I'm not in a Lamborghini, I'm not doing millions of dollars, but hopefully I am relatable, and I will talk to you and do it the best I can to help you out. Cost you absolutely nothing. Text the words working class hustler to the number on your screen. It will go through and get you saved into my contacts. From there, you can start asking me those quick questions. If we need to hop on a quick call, I've done it. Anybody can attest. Working class hustlers, let them know in the comments if you've ever used that opportunity, took advantage of it. Don't worry, you're not bothering me. We're lucky if we get 1% of the people who have this opportunity to actually take advantage. Ironically, most people opt for the $1,000 course. I can't do that. I don't know why. Maybe I'm crazy, but I would rather just help you where I can for absolutely nothing. And like I said, you're not bothering me. Not many people do it. But if you're that 1%, I'm here for you. In the meantime, we touched on the software Tactical Arbitrage. It's a great software. And as you saw, that's how I sourced everything that you saw me sending in. The software is tremendous. It works for both OA and RA. But you got to know how to use it. It's not very user-friendly, in my opinion. Yes, I'd like for you to use my affiliate link, but that ain't good enough. I can't just say use my affiliate link so that I benefit. First, I have to make sure that you're well equipped and educated, and I've given you everything I could in terms of a leg up. Because what we want that when you start your 10-day free trial, because if you use my link, you get 10 days instead of 7. We want to make sure you get the most out of that. Imagine starting your 10-day trial and knowing what you're doing instead of fumbling around, wasting time trying to figure out how to use the software. If you knew how to use it before you sign up, then guess what? You're going to make money. The software is going to make you money before you have to spend a dime. That is where it's at. So on that note, you want to take the Lightning course. It's right here. You don't have to sign up for nothing. Ain't got to leave YouTube. It's right here in the description. Jim's showing them to you right now. The Lightning course part 1, the Lightning course 1.1, the Lightning course part 2. Okay? And we're coming out with a 2.2 or 2.1, whatever the numbers are. We'll figure it out. So stay tuned for that. Also, the software, you got to understand. Here we go again, guys. I'm not just going to say, use my link. No, I'm going to say, make sure, let's get you trained first. And that's not good enough either. That's not good enough either. Being trained on how to use the software, that's not good enough either. Because the software does not tell you what a good deal is. The software presents you with data based on the criteria that you set. Okay? It's almost like you sending out a paralegal or a librarian to bring you a whole pile of work. You still got to go through it. You still have to be able to evaluate. That is the key. See, once you learn that, the whole game changes. The whole game opens up. And you ain't going to fall for nobody's, guru garbage. I like that. We got to coin that. Guru garbage. you ain't got to fall for nobody's guru garbage no more, because you know the process. The real key to all of this is knowing how to evaluate. Looking at the data don't mean nothing if you don't know what you're looking at. If you can't look at it and take in all of the components and make a decision that's going to put the odds in your favor, okay, you're taking risk no matter what you do. There is no total avoidance of risk, but life is a system of odds. If you can put the odds in your favor, then more times than not, you're going to win. You're going to lose some. So know that going in. This is life, guys. Just because you get into Amazon doesn't mean somehow you're no longer in life. All right. So get your mind right. Get your money right. Here's what you do. We got 2 videos right here on YouTube. The 7 steps, or however many steps it is, to evaluate whether or not you got a product that you can make money with. Watch those. Watch all of these. I got plenty of work for you to do. And when you're done, connect with me. You just hit the jackpot, baby. Everything you need is right here. I'll see you in the next video.